We're Tia and Andy, and 2 months ago we decided to try something new. We wanted some adventure and to get out of the house, and with our love for the outdoors, we decided, let's go bikepacking. We bought new bikes, bought a whole bunch of new camping gear, and started to test it all out. We did testing and retesting and more buying and more testing until we finalized our final gear list for our bikepacking tour. We also spent the 2 months prepping our bodies to go on the tour. We did a lot of biking, both long and short distance. We tried biking with half our gear and then all our gear. And finally, we felt ready to go on our very first bikepacking tour. Come along as we kick off the first day in this brand new adventure. What's up, guys? It's officially the day that we're going bikepacking. We are running around. I don't know why we're running around. We were so prepared. This always happens. But we're basically prepping everything, bringing it downstairs, and getting ready to load it into the car. What's going on, Andy?
A couple of last minute changes. I decided to go with panniers just because it gives us a little bit more room to work with. And I'm actually bringing one of our Takea bottles. It carries hot water, and I think that will be very useful because one of our main water purification methods is by boiling. So, not really going to be good for hot water, so I got that instead.
Do you feel ready?
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, let's do this. There it is, all our gear in the back seat of the car. Okay, one thing that we do to fit the bikes better onto the bike rack on our car is we actually take the front wheel off because it allows us to put them closer to the car so it's not like bobbling everywhere. So that's what Andy's doing right now, and then we're gonna put this on here. Hairbrush, headbands, hair elastics. You got your sunglasses?
Yep, on my face.
We both have our hats. Yeah. Towels we packed. We got our drone stuff, the electronics bag. You're holding the camera and tripod. Do you have your power bank?
Yes.
I have my power bank. You have your charging cable?
Yes.
I have my charging cable.
Oh, 12:20, we are ahead of schedule, kind of, but we ran into a few problems already. I've been battling with flat tires. I have no idea why. I thought I got all the holes yesterday when I checked, but apparently not, so I currently have a flat back tire. That's exciting.
Did you lock the front door?
I locked the front door, yes. I've also closed the garage. We see it closed. But anyways, we are off. It's a slow leak in my tire, so we'll have to deal with it once we get there. Happy bikepacking.
Yes! Vacation time!
We're at a Tim Hortons and Tia's very upset with me because on the way out she said, do you want to get Subway? And it's been like 150 kilometers. Oh, I said, okay, fine, let's stop at the next one.
Let's roll this back a second. Tia has lived in Ontario all her life, and she knows that the minute you're going towards the direction we're going, it's all farmland and country roads and no place to stop. And Andy says, I'm sure we'll hit something along the way. And I said, okay.
We did. 100 kilometers later.
An hour and a half later.
Alright, so we're gonna go to Tim Hortons. Tia's gonna pick up something, and I'm going to attempt to deal with my tire in the car. because it just won't let up. We are here. We're in the township of Tobermory. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
we're in Tobermory. We're in Tobermory. I wasn't sure if it's the township of.
It's just Tobermory.
It's just Tobermory. We are 8 minutes later than we thought we were gonna be, maybe a little bit more. We're not quite there yet. We're passing the Blue Heron, which is what we usually take to get onto
Flower Pot Island.
Flower Pot Island. Video here for those of you who haven't visited. It's fantastic.
Look, you can see the water.
We can see the water now, which means that the ferry is straight ahead. Now we just gotta find the place to park. Okay, kind of confusing. That was the correct parking lot. He says to go over there and park, and someone will be there to help us by magic.
But there's pylons.
But there's pylons, yeah. But he says
How do I get out of here?
I think you just go.
It's one way. No?
I have no idea.
Okay, and are we good to park here for the entire week?
As long as you pay the money, yeah?
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right, a little bit confusing. You go into the place where it says do not enter, go through the pylons, and pass the barrier. Right here. It is convenient though, I will say.
Oh good, well there's lots of parking for us.
Lots of parking for us.
Should we go near the shade?
Yeah, let's go into the trees. So we're good to go. We have our reservation, we are parked, we have to buy our tickets.
No, we have our tickets.
For the car, babe.
Oh yeah, we gotta pay for the car.
Parking tickets.
Oh my god, it's happening.
All right, and now I have to go unload the bike, so we're kind of in a rush. We'll check back in.
All right, so the way this works is the place where Andy first went and asked for direction is where you have to go to actually pick up your boarding pass, and if you're parking the car, it's also where you pay for that. And then I have to go back, put this in the dash, and we're gonna take our bicycles with us and line up at 4:45 to get on the boat with them. How's it going?
Good.
Bikes are getting ready. Babe,
Yep.
are you excited?
Yes.
Is your bike all packed up?
Not yet. I don't have my sandals yet.
Your sandals yet? He's talking about these.
And you need your light.
Thank you. All right. This is my bag all packed up, my bike. Got the panniers, got the frame bag, got the top bag, got all our food, my fanny pack with my important stuff in it, and because COVID, we have, I don't know why I won't focus, but we have hand sanitizer. All right, we're basically going to line up for the ferry.
Speak up.
The ferry is gonna come in 15 minutes. It's actually pulling in right now. I can see it to my left, pulling in. And that's what we're gonna get on.
Start of the bike trip.
Okay, so this whole process, now that we've packed up the bikes, we have to come and line up. So behind us is all the lineup for the cars that are going on, and for, I guess, motorcycles and bicycles.
we come in this lane here. Maybe that means we get to get on first, I don't know. But the guy basically... Maybe. Oh, I think that means we're gonna go on soon. Yeah, we're gonna go on the ferry. And I don't know, we're gonna put our bikes somewhere, I guess. Who knows? We'll see.
Pedestrians, bicycles, and motorcycles all enter the ferry first. All of the cars then follow. When you enter with your bicycle, you're going to be directed all the way to the front. You have some rope where you have to tie your bike to a post to make sure it doesn't go flying.
Alright, well, let's try this. I don't know if you can actually hear us, maybe we'll voice over it. We're on the Chi Cheemaun, we're ready to go. 2 hours, the ferry is onto Manitoulin Island. We made it! We are off the Chi Cheemaun and the bike trip begins.
All right, 13.5 kilometers, let's do it.
It's a beautiful night on Manitoulin Island. We just started, fixed a couple of issues with our bags. Tia had the camera first, but she doesn't ride one-handed really well, so I have the camera now. She's charging, leading the way. Wave hi, Tia! We got 13 kilometers to Gordon's Park. That is our first accommodation. Tonight's really special. We're going to be doing this thing called the Tarp Sky Reserve. More to come later. Whoops. I think Tia had issues climbing that hill. I'll wait for her a little bit. Beautiful evening though. We have about 2 hours of sun left. 10 kilometers, no big deal. Can take our time. Might stop to eat something along the way if we find it.
Woo!
Right on cue, 7:30. We're here at Gordon's Park. Time to go camping.
All right, there was a few uphills, but it wasn't too bad. Shortest leg of the trip, 13 kilometers to Gordon's Park Campground. And we made it a lot faster than we were anticipating. So we've actually got time to sit here by the picnic tables and make dinner first before we head to our campground. But as Andy alluded earlier, we've got something really cool that we're doing tonight. We're staying on what's called the Dark Sky Preserve. Yeah, Dark Sky Reserve. And it's actually part of the Astronomy Association, and it's one of the darkest places in, I think, Canada or Ontario. So we're gonna be able to see all the stars, and we're very, very excited about it.
But what are we excited about the most?
Food first.
Food first. So today we're having some pasta, white cheddar and broccoli with tuna.
And probably some snacks, because we haven't eaten all that much today.
We are staying at Gordon's campground, Gordon's Park, and they are so generous. Long weekend, they usually don't accept one night stays, minimum two nights. But we called and we said, hey, we really needed somewhere to stop for the night because making it to the other town would be difficult. And they were like, fine, no problem, we have plenty of space. Why don't we have this really cool campground in the Dark Sky Preserve?
Cool. We're excited. All right, let's eat first. Is the water boiling? Alright, dinner's finally ready. What are your thoughts, Andy?
Both of us cook a lot and we never caught on to the fact that water doesn't thicken. Because we're dummies. So lesson learned, next time just do half the water is the best. But this actually turned out pretty good, like a tuna casserole.
We're on our way to the Dark Sky Reserve, and apparently it's through like unkempt trails. Just a heads up for anybody who wants to come here, let alone by bike. All right, we gotta get there before the sun goes down.
All right, guys, what an adventure this first night has been. So we got to Gordon's and everything was good and fine and dandy.
Everything is still good and fine and dandy.
We made dinner and then we packed up to head to our campsite, which is on the Dark Night Reserve.
Shift your light a little bit. They are there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Which is on the Dark Sky Reserve. And the guy, so normally to get here, they tell cars to like go around back on the highway. But he's like, oh, you guys have bikes, so you can take the trail. But I guess there just wasn't clear instructions on the trail, so we started following the map, which took us on one trail, and then there was a second trail that we thought we had to go on because the second trail goes around the Dark Sky Reserve. I'm blinding myself with this. Yeah, it turns out that the second trail, called Guy's Lane or something? Jim Guy, was a very unkempt trail in the middle of the forest with parts that you have to use rope to actually climb up portions, and we thought that's how we had to get here, so we were trekking our bikes through there. Meanwhile, the sun was setting and we finally hit a point where me and Andy were like, okay, this is not probably a good place to be because we don't know where we are and it's getting dark and we have bikes in the middle of a very unkempt forest in the middle of a forest and very unkempt trail in the middle of the forest. Anyway, long story short, even though I already told you most of the story, we finally made it here and then found somebody was on our site. Now, we're pretty chill people. Luckily, the site right beside it was empty, and we assumed because it's late, nobody was coming, so we took it. Also, the employees here at Gordon's were absolutely fantastic. We called them while we were in the forest. We told them that we're lost. He tried to give us directions on how to get back, and he even said, you know, the office is closing up at 9. Let me call you back on my personal number to make sure that you guys get there okay. And he did, and he checked on us, and they even offered us to join the astronomy lesson complimentary because it was a hassle, I guess, which we didn't join. But we made it. We're here. We're in the tent. We're waiting for it to get dark. And you may notice that I'm using a red cover on my light here, and that's because you're not allowed any harsh lights, because that ruins the experience of being able to see the stars. So everything has to be with a red light on it, and we're just basically waiting to see some stars.